Are you still searching for that elusive make money opportunity? If you are, have you ever thought about starting your own business? If you haven't, you may want to think about it. Look, each year there's a large number of people who make the decision to start up their own small businesses, and many of them end up operating businesses that turn out to be profitable for years to come. If you play your cards right, you could well be one of the new business success stories. If you're wondering whether or not you should start up your own small business, there are a number of important factors that you do need to take into consideration before going ahead. So let me help you and have a look at some of them. The first point that you would need to look at is the type of business. Give some thought to what would suit you. The most critical point here is that regardless of what type of business that you may have in mind right now, don't go into it unless it is something that you're really interested in. If you love what you do, you can succeed. The second point is the way that you would operate your business. Are you going to do it all on your own? Do you have close family or friends who will be willing to help you, or are you going to need to employ staff right from day one? The more you keep this in mind as you think about starting your own business, the better. And the third important point is your business startup finance. Regardless of how your new business will operate, be it an online business, offline, or a combination of both, you will most likely need some startup finance. Look, a lot of new business owners have stumbled over this and even gone under because they didn't do their homework and they planned their finances properly. So let's have a close look at some of these points, shall we? The first point was about the type of business, and by that I mean the business that would be right for you. For example, if you're interested in pets, you might like to say maybe open a cat grooming business. Or perhaps if you're good at making clothes, you could start your own clothing alteration shop. Or maybe you would like to open a small retail store. If you are serious about starting your own small business, then it is absolutely imperative that you choose something that you know and love. For instance, if you love dogs, you may want to start your own, say, doggy biscuit bakery, or maybe a puppy training class, or how about a dog walking service, and so on and so on. The best way to go about this is to list all the activities that you believe are your best loved top business ideas, and then do some research into the business feasibility of each one of them. The next point that we talked about was how your business will operate. There are many small businesses that are locally owned and operated businesses, while others operate online only. And of course, there are also a number of small business owners who choose to have both a physical location as well as an online address. And the related point here is how you would manage the business. And by that I mean, will you manage it as a sole operator? That may sound fine, but keep in mind that this means that you're going to find it very hard to take a break. And if you have no one to take care of the business, if you should get sick, that would be a problem. Maybe you're in the fortunate situation where you can call on family or close friends to back you up and operate your business as a family concern. That has many advantages for a new startup business, but be wary of the potential for family squabbles when it comes to decision making. If none of this works for you, you may need to keep in mind to need to hire staff. This could be full-time, part-time, or casual contract staff, all depending on your business needs. For example, if you're interested in having an online store or a website, but you don't know how to make one, you may need to hire a qualified web designer. Most important of all, if you have no business experience whatsoever, you should seriously consider enrolling in a small business course. Just make sure that you go for a small business course that will give you a great big helping hand. Select one that isn't all just theory, but one that will give you lots of tips and examples in an easy to understand, look over my shoulder fashion that will help you improve your business to the level where you want it to be. It needs to give you a customized blueprint as the basis for a truly successful business plan. And of course, there is your business startup finance. Your current financial situation needs to be looked at when thinking about whether or not you should try and start up your own small business. Almost all new business ventures require some startup capital, although some, of course, require more than others. And I would say that's pretty obvious, right? If you initially do not have the financial means needed to start your own small business, you may be able to get a small business loan. These days there are many financiers, including banks and credit unions, who may be willing to look at giving you financial assistance to get your new business up and running. However, having said this, to get a small business loan, you almost always need to show the potential investor that your small business is one that A, can make a profit, or at least make enough money to repay the loan. The best way to do this is to submit a simple business plan, one that is clear to all loan officers that you may be meeting with. It doesn't have to be complex, but it must be as accurate as possible. And of course, this again is where a small business course will really be of tremendous help if you're not 100% sure how to go about this. So, what's the long and the short of all of this? Starting your own business may be the make money opportunity that satisfies that lifelong dream of yours. But if your small business isn't thoroughly thought out and planned, it can quickly turn from a dream into a nightmare. The decision as to whether or not you want to start up a business is of course yours to make and yours alone. But keep in mind, it's a decision that should not be made on impulse. You would be well advised to discuss your planned business venture with your family and possibly with a financial planner. Look, there's too much in this topic to go into in depth here, but find out more, go to our website www.incometrigger.com, and we'll certainly be able to help you with a lot more along this line. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side.